All right, very good. Okay, so your chapter 11 on E&M's, Evaluation and Management Services and Coding, focused a lot on medical decision making and how what all is involved, what information is involved in making that informed decision to choose the right code for that scenario, that patient office visit scenario. Um, let's see, have any of you guys watched or done today's daily assignment yet? Watched the YouTube video?
I
With-
watched it yesterday.
Very
Not
good,
yet.
awesome. And what did y'all think about that?
It made it easier for me to actually see what she was doing, and so I
Yes.
understood better.
Excellent. That was the whole point. I thought that she really went through it and talked about it really well. She does a much better job of presenting than I do. Um,
So
so I thought
the
you
way,
guys could benefit from that.
yeah, the way she did it, it helped to how to pick out the parts,
Yeah,
so that then okay, well this is this, this is that. Then okay, then we're gonna go here. So she made it easier to see.
exactly, exactly. Good. I'm glad y'all took that away from it because that was the whole point. I thought that she did a really great job explaining her thought process and how she came to those conclusions based on the information that she was given. And that, y'all, that's what coding's all about. It's just taking in all the information and forming the best conclusion that you can. Basically, the most accurate conclusion. Um, it's like I say, it's not so important to memorize, all these codes and all these diagnosis codes and all this stuff. It's more about finding the information, knowing where to find that stuff, and knowing what you're looking for. Like a CPT procedure code, you're looking for a 5-digit number, right? Diagnosis code, you're looking for something alphanumeric. You're gonna have letters and numbers in there. So knowing that information is just key. That's really the basis of coding. Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about established patient and new patient, the differences between those. Um, does anybody know the time frame that they consider a new patient? The patient should not have seen the same doctor or a doctor in that specialty in group in how long of a time frame? Does anybody know that information off top?
Three
About an
years.
hour.
No.
Three years.
It's
3
3 years.
years. 3 years, correct. Correct. And and sometimes guys, you'll get a patient and you'll think they're new and come to find out they saw somebody in that group but maybe worked in a different office 3 years ago or however long it was. You'll run into scenarios like that too. So, doing your due diligence and your research sometimes is necessary and important. Okay. But know your differences, the guidelines for what is a new patient and what is an outpatient or established patient. Okay. Know your differences between inpatient and outpatient. Whether that person has been admitted, officially or not is going to determine that. So those I'm sure are going to come up on your exam. So you want to be aware of that. Um, the section in the chapter where they went through organ systems and body areas. That's going to come up on your exam as well. Um, kind of look at some of those things, and some of them, guys, they're kind of common sense, like skin. Okay, skin is actually an organ system. It may seem like it's an area of the body, but it's not. The skin is actually considered an organ system. Um, your neck is a body area. Your eyes are considered organ systems. So knowing some of that and where to locate that in the chapter is going to be important on this test. We'll definitely want to be able to recognize that. Let's see. Perfect colors. All right. Your discussion or questions of the day this week were pulled, the ones that weren't Harry Potter or Valentine's related were pulled directly from the exam. So on some of those that you got wrong, I did leave a comment and put the correct answer in there and where to find that in the book. So definitely go back and look at those if you missed points on those questions. Those are very important. Um, the three factors that coders must consider: place of service, type of service, patient status. You're gonna need to know that. Um, like the elements of history. All of those components that make up medical decision making are vital to know. Okay. Let's see. The three components present in every patient case except for counseling. Does anybody know that offhand? What are the three components present in every patient case except for counseling?
Your audio is kind of skipping in and out.
Is it? Let me see. I know you're going to pick up a lot of background noise if I turn the headphone off. Give me just a second. Let me see what I can do. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Is it any better?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe the headphones give it a lag. I'm not sure. Hold on. Pee-Pie, can you quiet down, please, baby? Thank you. It's going to last like 3.5 seconds. All right. So let's see. What was I asking? The three components present in every patient case except for counseling. All right. You're going to have examination, medical decision making, and history. Every patient you come across is going to have their own specific history. Okay. They're all going to require you to do some medical decision making to find that code. And they're all going to be examined by the doctor, unless they're being counseled, right? That's what they're there for, is to be examined by that physician. I'm going to keep that in mind. All right. Does anybody know the 4 elements of history?
I don't have my notes on me,
That's
but
all right.
I remember this.
Yeah, I'm at work right now.
Okay, no problem, y'all. No problem. All right. So they are review of symptoms. You got to know what's going on with your patient. The history of the present illness. Okay. You need to know whatever it is they have going on right now. You need to know how long that's been going on. To what extent, the pain level, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Past family and social history. You got to know, all the data. It takes a collection of all the data to make that informed decision. And they're going to have a chief complaint, whatever the primary reason that they're there for that day. Okay, that's going to be your 4 elements of history: review of symptoms, history of illness, social or family social history, and chief complaint. Okay. All right, now to expand on history a little bit, the 4 levels of history type. Anybody know that one offhand? And it's okay if y'all don't. It's okay. That's why we have our textbook. That's why we have our notes and stuff. All right. They are problem focused, expanded problem focused, comprehensive, and detailed. Okay. And I'm certain that that's going to be on your exam as well. All right. Let's see.
What was the last 2? I'm sorry.
That's okay. Comprehensive and detailed. problem focused, expanded problem focused, comprehensive, and detailed.
Okay.
That's your 4 levels of history type. All right. When you start doing your medical decision making, finding out how many diagnoses this patient has, how many problems, all this stuff, you're going to have 4 levels of MDM complexity, right? It's like in one of those first few columns on the grid. What are those levels? What are the 4 levels? Somebody name me
Is it
one.
just straightforward?
Bingo.
Low,
Low
Bingo.
Model.
Bingo. Y'all
and
got that?
high.
All right.
High.
Excellent. Y'all got that. Excellent. Okay, let's see. All right, so those are your levels of complexity. Separate from that, you're going to have elements to that complexity, which I kind of actually just clued y'all in on when I was talking about that a second ago. Anybody know what the elements of the MDM complexity?
You just gave like the review of symptoms.
Number of diagnoses, amount or complexity of the data to review, and then risk of complication. Those are your 3 elements of complexity for MDM. Number of diagnoses, amount or complexity of data, and risk of complication or death if left untreated. Do y'all have any questions about them? That's also on that grid. They give you the guidelines for number of diagnoses, which code matches what number. It spells it right out. Let's see. All right. Awesome. Okay, are there any questions about any of the E&M stuff? Anything from the chapter? Anything that might come up on the exam?
I am having, I know I had discussed with you this morning, like I'm having, a little trouble with the scenarios with the,
Uh-huh.
what is it, the CM code.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm having because some of the codes, they're not in the book. Some of them aren't in the book. I think that's
You know,
why I had a little
do you have
trouble
your
with it.
CPT manual yet, Ashley?
Yeah, that's the orange one, right? With the little tag you put on it.
It's the yellow, big, thick yellow thing.
Yes, that's the one I have.
Okay.
And I looked through
Yeah.
it all throughout the book.
Thank
Some
you,
of the
Aisha.
codes aren't in it.
Okay, so there's some, let me grab mine and show you because I actually have it bookmarked in mine. Okay, let me see what page they start on. All right, in the front of that book, you're going to have evaluation and management tables, E&M tables, that are very similar to the AMA grid that was used for that video. You can find that, if y'all haven't watched that video yet, that AMA grid is still visible on the assignments page if you scroll down to that assignment. I've got it listed right there. Y'all can download that or whatnot. But it's on page XXV. That's how in the front of the book it is.
Write that down.
And let's see. And actually, that's where you
XXV.
XXV. Yeah, that's where your evaluation and management tables are going to start. Okay. But just with the scenarios, I want you to be creative, but I'm not expecting y'all to do this whole
made up history thing for each one. Just maybe a paragraph. Just let me know that you understand that what that code is for. Okay. But your E&M management tables in the CPT book will give you some of that. It's kind of set up like that grid, but it's cut into sections and it's way more inclusive. It's like 4 pages of they start of course with your office outpatient stuff, your 99202s, and then they have your established patient stuff right under that. But they also do all of the hospital care, initial observation, subsequent observation, your hospital care, your inpatient consults, your home services, emergency department services. All of that stuff is listed here for you guys to be able to reference. So if I threw a code on there that was not used in the chapter specifically, you probably find it here and get a good idea of what it's used for and what level it is. Okay. Yeah. So that's super useful, and that's something that you guys will definitely reference once you're in the workplace too. You're gonna have these books and you're gonna reference them every day, all day sometimes. You'll get tired of looking at them. You really will. And that's why I say it's good to just randomly look through them, explore them, learn where different information is found. Test yourself and test what you know. Trying to find different things in here. Because you'd be surprised what all information they have in here. It's really astounding to me. But let's see. Did that help clarify things at all for you?
Yes, it is a lot.
Okay. Awesome.
I
Good.
just had problems like finding some of the codes, like even when I was on doing like the chapter exercises,
Mm-hmm.
I had a little problem finding them.
Hold on to the bug. Mommy's in her meeting. We're almost done, okay? Okay. Thank you, baby.
Where are we going?
Excuse me, y'all. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't touch Mama's computer. Y'all, she is 4, and I mean a hot mess. Hot mess. Okay, so any other questions about E&M or any of the assignments that have come up?
No, ma'am, not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Anybody?
Oh,
Precious, you
the
good?
PowerPoint yesterday really helped.
Good, good. I was like, man, this is gonna overwhelm them. They're gonna see 100 and something slides and just be like, ain't doing it. That's why I put that little comment in there. I know this is a lot. Just, pick and choose. Pick and choose. But good, I'm glad that helped. Excellent. I will keep that in mind. All right, Aaron, Alkiba, Brianna, y'all doing okay today? Y'all got any questions about anything?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Awesome. Well, all right, guys. So your exam on Chapter 11 is going to be on Monday. I've already got that opened up, and I think this is a pretty big exam. It's actually over 100 points. So I think I may go ahead and allow y'all a retake on this one, allow everybody a retake, just in case. Because some of this stuff is kind of hard to find, but it's important. And I don't mind letting you retake the exam and re-go through the information, because every time that you go through the information, you're going to retain more. That's kind of how I am with that. And that's kind of my goal, is for y'all to dig into it enough that you retain bits and pieces, and then one day it's just all going to click. It's going to be great. Okay. All right. But if y'all are going through things and you do come up with some questions, hit me up on the text. I will hit you right back. Okay? All right, ladies.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Hey,
Thank you.
wait. Real quick, let me write down who is here so that I make sure to give y'all your credit for it. I know Ashley. Keep that in here. All right, ladies, y'all have an awesome Friday and an awesome weekend, and just keep up the good work. Y'all are amazing. I brag to the other instructors all the time. I'm like, I got better students than anybody. So y'all make me proud. Keep it up, ladies. Have a blessed one, okay?
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.